Hey everyone, this is B Sports. Today we're taking a look at the 2016 Lund 186 Pro V GL. GL obviously in the Lund line standing for their fiberglass boats. This one is black, silver, and what they call gunmetal, which is that darker gray color. Boat's 18 foot 6 inches long. It's got a 98-inch beam. So we'll go ahead, we'll take a look kind of at the exterior and the trailer here a little bit. This is a Boatmate trailer. The fiberglass boats come with these. Similar in a lot of ways to the Shorelander trailers that the other ones come with. They do have swing tongues on them. Again, a non-marking bow roller. They got a little bit beefier winch on the front of them. And your spare tire sits under the bow of the boat. But again, you have the Lund logos on either side of the trailer. You have these really large fender areas where you can step up onto the boat really easily. Before we walk around here, take a look. So this one has the premium Lund logo, which is that raised chrome. And again, black, silver, and gunmetal. So these trailers, they do as well have the built-in straps on the back of them. Those are really nice. You don't lose your straps. They just have a quick release tab on them. You kind of pull them up, hook them in. Kind of show you here. Hook it into the boat. Tighten it down so it's locked there. And then as soon as you're ready to go, you just press that release tab. And it pulls out and retracts right back in. So no losing those, dropping them in the water, anything like that. This one has a 200 horse Mercury Verado on it. It's got a stainless steel prop. Pretty typical with engines of that size, especially the Verados. So I'll hop up in, we'll kind of walk through everything on the inside. And I'll kind of go through everything in detail here. So Lund's fiberglass boats are really similar in a lot of ways to their aluminum boats. The hulls are basically designed to be the same as far as handling and as far as handling goes. They're based off the same IPS2 hull. The bottoms of them look really similar. So as far as handling and the way the boat feels when you're driving it is very similar to the aluminum boats. So we'll start up here at the bow area. I'll kind of work my way back. But here's the bow area. You got carpet obviously on top of all these storage compartments, and then the you got the hard floor in the back. And then that gunmetal color is what's on the inside of the boat. On this one anyways. So as we take a look to the front here, you've got kind of a step area to mount your trolling motor. You do have a 125 volt 30 amp plug in the front. So if you're pulled into the marina or the dock, you can plug in. And then over to the right of that here, kind of around the corner, you've got an LED light to light up the front area, as well as a 12 volt outlet for the trolling motor, and you do have trim control in the front of this boat. So there is a recessed area for the pedal on your trolling motor. And again, that's got that gunmetal color on the fiberglass. Really sharp looking actually. And before we look at these storage compartments here, I'll kind of show you. If you know Lund boats, you know about the Sport Track system that is kind of built into the aluminum boat's hull. And what that does is it allows you to connect a whole line of Lund accessories, whether they're cup holders or rod holders, downriggers, to the boat without drilling any holes in it. And even more so in a fiberglass boat, that's an advantage. But they do have that in here as well, and they have it mounted on either side of the front, and it's also in the rear of the boat. We'll kind of go through that as we get back there. So you got a seat base in the center. So to the left, you have a large storage bin. It does lock. It has, I got the bait bait buckets in here. It's got a gas piston on it as well, so that stays open. You don't got to hold on to it. It's kind of hard to see because there's black carpet in it, but extends pretty much the whole length of the bow area. So put those back in there here. Okay. Then as we move to the other side, so in the front, we've got a little storage compartment here. And then these do have this sort of soft, rubberish kind of foam material on the top of them. And what they do is as the lid closes against this, this lid kind of in the fiberglass, it does seal the compartments so that water can't get in or out. So even if the whole front of the boat was to get wet or a wave splashes over, whatever you got going on, the water's going to end up here, not in your storage compartment. So that one locks as well. And then moving back here, you have your front live well. That's got a spot for your bait bucket to hang in there as well. So I'll kind of pull that out so you can see the whole thing. And again, same thing, it does have that same material on top here, and then as well on this, you have a rubber seal that goes around that whole edge. Okay, so as we're moving back, kind of walk across the top of the center rod storage. We'll take a look in here. So it's got 2 gas pistons on either side to hold it open. So there's space for 11 rods in this. And then we'll kind of pull this back a little bit and I'll show you. But under that cover, which has got carpet on it, you have the spots for your trolling motors, or excuse me, your trolling motor batteries. And there's some space to mount any onboard chargers that you'd want to put in there. And in the back side here, where the other end of the rods go, so you have kind of these trays built into the fiberglass for them to sit. And then there's elastic bands and hooks that can come around the top of them and hold them down on that so they aren't moving all around. So we'll try and open this cover here. So you just pull these pins out and this moves freely. Just to kind of show you. So it's nice that you can kind of hide those and have some room to set some stuff on here. And then, like I said, you'd put those pins back in and know that cover isn't bouncing around either. So we'll lock that up. So as we're coming back to the back side of the boat, we'll take a look at the cockpit area here first. So here's the steering wheel that does tilt. Take a look at the gauges here. You have your fuel and your speedometer on the left, and then the tack and the trim gauges on your right here. As you move down to the bottom left of the steering wheel, you have most of your main switches here. Those are the nicer switches that are in any of Lund's boats. They light up blue here in these blue oval areas when the boat's on. And then over to the right, you've got your horn, the ignition. You've got 12 volt, and then you have the master power switch as well. Most all Lund boats have that, which is a really cool thing because you can turn that off when you come in for the night or whenever, and you know that nothing's drawing power. You know, the stereo, any exterior or interior lights that you've rigged up yourself can all be wired through that. You know that's off, nothing's drawn. You know the battery isn't going to be dead when you go out in the morning. So to the right here we have the Infinity sound system that's got Bluetooth in it as well. And above that, so there's this the kind of area to, if you were to mount a fish finder or something, you've got lots of room to do it. And back here you have the the auxiliary audio input and the USB input for the stereo. And then it does have a cover on it, so it keeps the water out. So you have a cup holder kind of down and to your right in front of the controls for the outboard. And down here you actually do have two spots that are elevated with some grip there to put your feet on. Okay, so in the middle between the two sides up front, there's another compartment here. And it does have a seal around the outside. Close that up. Okay, so as we're moving left, again, you have that same area that's kind of angled. You can put your feet on it. It's got, excuse me, some grip. Cup holder to the left again as you're coming up. There's a handle to the left, handle to the right, or excuse me, right in front of the driver, or the passenger would be on this side. And then we have sort of a similar dash setup where we have the glove box here, obviously, and there's a 12-volt outlet to the left of that. So it's a locking glove box, obviously. You just press the button and open it up. Again, kind of hard to see in there because of the black carpet, but it essentially fills this entire area. Plenty of room to put whatever you would need to put in a glove box. So just kind of take a look around here for a minute. So again, as I mentioned, the back of the boat does have the Sport Track system built into it as well. And it is on both sides. So as we're coming down the left side of the boat, there's an open storage compartment to the left of the front seat, a cup holder in between, and then as we move back, you have a latching storage compartment to the left of the rear seat base. Two handles there. So this one's got three of Lund's Pro Ride seats in it. So there's 4 bases in the back of the boat. We covered the one in the center of the front bow area, and then there is 2 as well on the back of the boat. So behind the captain's chair, again, you have that same locking storage compartment, 2 handles above, a cup holder for who's ever sitting behind the captain. So as we move kind of to the back area, we've got an LED light in the center that lights up your foot area. So on the left side here, we'll open this up. There's the compartment for your crank battery, as well as some engine controls and other components. Handle on that back section there. As we move to the other side, this one's a storage compartment, pretty open. Close that one up. And in the center, you have your main live well, as well as area for a bait bucket. Again, the top of the lid is that foam rubber kind of material. And there is a rubber seal around the top of the fiberglass lid for the compartment. So we'll pull the bait bucket out here. So this does separate with this divider here, and that can be removed. Alright, so I'll set that bait bucket back in there. We'll close that up. So there's 4 pop-up cleats on the boat, 2 on the back and 2 on the front, 1 on either side. I do like to kind of go through these every once in a while. They are nice because they hold themselves up. I think a lot of times when people see them, they think that, you know, they lift up and they go right back down. They don't. They do hold themselves up, so while you're tying the rope, it doesn't get away from you, and then you just push them right back down, and you know, you're not going to stub your toe or catch anything on it that when you're getting on and off the boat onto the dock. which is especially nice when the cleats are up on the top of the rail. So we'll kind of take a look here again at the front. Just kind of take a quick overview. All right, so I'm going to hop out and take another quick look at the exterior. Really, really sleek design boat. If you like fiberglass, you know, that's what a lot of guys who have fiberglass boats like is how sleek and modern they look. And Lund's really done that while staying true to their IPS hulls and the amazing handling that comes with that. So again, this is 2016 Lund 186 Pro V GL, black, silver, and gunmetal. If you have any questions about the boat, leave me a comment on the YouTube. We try to get to them as quick as we can. You know, like and subscribe this video. We've got 2016 boats coming in every day. We're taking videos of just about all of them. You can always give us a call, 1-800-233-7720, or you can check out the pictures of this boat and all of our other boats on our all-new redesigned website, www.bees-sports.com. Thanks a lot.